Power on. Select your players.
Pierre, Sarah, Glenn.
Select your topic.
Games.
Select your format.
Entertaining podcast.
They're called the Button Boys. So make some fucking noise. 'Cause they're gonna talk about video gaming and stuff.
Button Boys.
Hello and welcome to Sarah Keyworth, broadcasting live from Pierre. I'm Button Boys and welcome to the show. How are you both?
Ooh, let's unpack that.
You didn't say your own name at any point in that deliberate mix-up.
I don't want to toot my own horn.
Sure.
I don't want to cause a fuss.
You don't want to horn your own
Yeah,
toot.
I'm in terms of my name, I'm not finding out.
So I'm broadcasting live from inside Pierre Novelli. Live inside Pierre
Live
Novelli.
inside Pierre. How does it feel?
It's warm.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
It's warm enough on the outside.
Yes. How are you both and what have you been playing?
Go on.
I've been playing, obviously, still the, I guess, alpha or play testing for Hell Let Loose Vietnam.
Early access, but closed early access.
Yeah. Still great, still interesting. But,
Any changes been made?
well, perhaps, but I have been distracted
Oh, no.
by a different preview that has sucked me in terribly. 9 Kings.
You mentioned this in passing the other day, and when I
Yeah.
tried to get a read on it, you refused to talk about it further until today's episode.
So you had
right
a
now.
microphone in
Yeah.
front of you.
Yeah, until I was on the record. Yeah. Until I knew I couldn't be silenced.
Oh, is that why you had that bit of black gaffer tape over your mouth like Tommy Robinson?
And Ricky Gervais.
Yes, Ricky Gervais.
And about 11 other people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
You only
yeah.
do that when you're hanging out with Glenn.
Yeah, to make a point.
And the boy with tape on his face. What had he done?
What was he trying to say?
Yeah.
And when will they let him talk?
Yeah, Las Vegas apparently.
It's been going on for years.
It's being silenced.
Yeah.
Really, for the boy without tape on his face, it's just kind of saying like libertarian policies.
Yeah.
While
Shouldn't
doing
have seatbelts.
While doing magic.
Okay.
Huh. And there's nothing to do
The
with the
whole
show.
thing's been about seatbelts this whole
Yeah.
time.
Shrugging,
That's when he'll stop.
shrugging at seatbelts. No. So 9 Kings.
Yeah, stop
Right.
trying to change the subject.
Yeah, sheeple, or whatever. The point is, it's a roguelike tower defender combo.
Okay, what does it look like? From whose eyes are we seeing this?
So it's like top-down, like strategy game looking thing.
Why did I ask?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He loves looking down tops. doesn't he?
Here's my hot take. A little gripe that we normally reserve for the Patreon.
Go
I
on.
think you can't call it a roguelike if it's a side scroller or if it's in first person.
Fuck off.
Side-
No.
I feel like a roguelite is a side scroller in general.
Well, I guess. Well, okay. So this is it's a deck builder. Kind of. There's like a deck of cards, but you don't get to change the cards.
What would
So
you
that's not really a
define
deck
a
builder?
roguelike as then?
I think it needs to be something like what 9 Kings, which I'm about to describe, or like Balatro, or
Run
or something
based
run based. Yeah.
and always starting from the beginning again. Roguelike is you make zero progress whatsoever. So Spelunky is like probably a key example of that. It always resets.
Yeah.
Roguelite is you gain some resources after each run, like Hades. And you'll gradually get better. No matter how bad you are, you'll gradually get better.
I guess that was okay. See what you think this is.
So
then.
side scroller will be Dead Cells. I'm trying to think of a first-person roguelite. I'm currently playing a third-person one, and we'll get onto that in a little while.
Here, I'll describe 9 Kings.
Yeah.
And you're more across these diagnostics than I am. So you tell me what it is.
Okay.
You're looking down from above
Yeah.
at a grid of 9 squares.
Okay.
Ooh.
So 3 by 3.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
And you are one of the 9 kings.
it's lovely.
You start off as the king of nothing,
Okay.
which is quite rude sounding.
Hard to be the king of nothing.
Yeah. Well, he manages it, this guy.
Whoa.
There's the king of nothing, the king of greed, the king of blood, the king of spells, the king of time. Like, it's quite cool.
Well, they've
fantasy.
got all the good ones.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
And are they all on this grid already?
No.
The grid is empty, apart from...
You build stuff on the grid
Okay.
using cards that come up.
Okay.
So you have to build a castle, like your base, and you have 3 lives.
Right.
And then you put troops down, or you put like a farm next to some troops, and that adds 1 guy to the troops per turn. Because that's like
So
the
it
farm
almost
is,
Dwarf Romantics it in terms of
Yeah, kind
this
of.
plus this then expands.
Yeah, or that doesn't expand much beyond the 9.
Okay.
But you
And-
only have 9 places to put things down.
You can expand a little bit, but only like 1 or 2 extra little cubes.
Okay.
You build your base by adding like a card per turn from 3 cards that come up. So you go castle, soldiers. You fight some enemies that come attack you. You add to the castle and soldiers a farm. Now the farm adds another soldier to the team of soldiers. You fight some enemies that come at you. You build, you fight, you build, you fight, you build,
So
you
for
fight.
every card, there's a reaction from the game where you have an attack.
The game attacks you at the end of each turn of
and
you building.
each turn is just you playing one card.
Yes.
Okay.
Onto the deck.
Okay.
Onto the 9 squares.
Are you playing this on your phone?
No, if it was on my phone, I wouldn't be here. I would be in hospital playing the game.
My-
With what?
with Nine Kings Fever. It's on Steam and
thumbs worn down to the nub.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's still in preview. It's on Game Pass. It's on Steam.
Okay.
It's so good. It's so addictive, and obviously the enemies get stronger and stronger and stronger.
I'd say I would call this just a deck builder. Because I think
Yeah.
the word roguelike is already part of the whole deck builder experience.
Okay, so yeah,
Like Slave Aspire, for instance,
So
that's a full deck builder.
every deck builder is a roguelike.
I think so, but not all roguelites are deck builders.
Yes, I
right,
see what you
okay,
mean.
here we go.
Okay, I see what you're saying. It's really, it's quite a lot like
my brain, man.
it's quite a lot like Balatro
Yes.
in the sense that you'll get like spells or buildings that say like each turn we make the attack of cards next to this building 2% faster.
Juicy powers.
Yeah, but you think to yourself 2% faster each turn is fucking bullshit. That's no use. But if you combine the cards in the right order, that 2% really adds up and can be huge. I managed to hack you can break the game. I got to the point where I had a team of like knights, and the damage they did was infinite. Like the game broke, it was just like infinity. There's no number we can give you. And it was 99.9 attacks per second, brackets maximum.
Right.
It should be like 10 damage at 0.3 per turn. That's how breakable the game is, right? If you do the maths right.
Do you reckon that's something the developers are going, we need to change that, this is why it's an early access? Or do they want you to break the game?
I think they want you to break the game because it's still like a close run thing. And
Right.
each time you beat a particular run, it says now you've unlocked the next level of difficulty. So the first level of difficulty is peasant, and then it's like
So then you have
count
to
and
work
then
out to
baron.
break it again.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's not easy to break. Like you've got to be good at the game.
So what are you the king of now?
I think I've completely unlocked all the special, and there's like a bonus, like there's power up screen perks as well, a bit like a loadout that you can do where it's like, okay, start with +10, whatever. I think I've completely unlocked everything with the King of Nothing, and I think I've unlocked almost everything with the King of Blood.
And those kings are the layers of difficulty?
No. These are different teams.
Oh, okay.
No, the layers of difficulty are just like classic ranks,
Okay.
right? The King of Blood, it's all like vampires and demons and shit.
Okay.
Oh.
And like cemeteries and like spooky skeletons and blah, blah, blah.
So does that just change the aesthetics and the visuals?
Yes.
Okay,
and
nice.
the cards you can play.
Right, nice.
So if you're playing as the King of Nothing, it's like medieval stuff.
Yeah.
You get knights, you get
Yes.
paladins, you get archers.
This is like a sort of different version of Monopoly or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. King of Nothing is kind of classic medieval shit. The King of Blood is vampires, Dracula time.
Yeah, Burger Kings is like Hindus and
Yeah.
like, like yeah.
Yeah, train station.
Yeah.
A big train comes in. That'd be quite good. It's SpawnCon potential for
Okay,
9 Kings.
yeah.
The King of Greed is like buildings that give you lots of money and like mercenaries and thieves and things like that you can put on the deck.
Nat King Cole.
Nat King Cole is mainly singing.
Yeah. Mostly, they would be singing with Nat.
The King
Yeah.
of Spells is
But you
obviously...
have to take on various enemies from 1 to 92.
Yes.
Lovely.
There we go. Thank you.
Yes.
Merry Christmas.
Yes, King of Spells, wizards and shit, on and on. There's you can sometimes
King of Pop.
King of Pop.
Hee.
Yeah, exactly. People don't want to go in the base.
Yeah. His enemies is just law enforcement, lawyers.
Yeah.
Waves of cops.
Yeah.
Upgrade the theme park to have sort of anti-police.
Yes,
building.
yeah.
I don't know, try doing the peace sign, I guess.
Yeah. Putting down his card to pay off parents and yeah.
Yeah.
Dangle baby.
V for victory. Dangle baby.
It scares the police away. They go, whoa.
Just spamming dangle baby.
Dangle. And it's quite interesting gameplay. Like, if you're the King of Nothing, your base just kind of shoots like a boulder, like you've got a catapult.
Yeah.
But if you're the King of Blood and you're in charge of, I guess, hell, your base summons ghosts where you click on the battlefield and ghosts just appear and start attacking the enemy.
Nice,
There's different
okay.
powers.
Yeah.
That's fun.
It's
What's your favourite?
I've learned to break the game with the King of Nothing, and I'm not as good with any of the other ones. So, I guess that one.
It's a very Pierre response.
The one
The
that
most
I win with.
realistic one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I haven't tried them all, to
The
be
king
honest.
of realism.
I haven't tried them all. The King of Nature is quite would be quite difficult, I think. It's quite sort of like the powers are like mushrooms and trees.
That's going to look like Terra Nil, especially when
Elves
you're
and
combining things. And you know how, like in Terra Nil, if you combine this block next to this block, it would
Yes.
suddenly create like a lush waterfall
And
or
you've got to
whatever.
do the whole thing with your kit off as
Yeah.
well. You feel a bit more vulnerable.
Yeah. But it is very satisfying just to have these 9 squares and sort of realizing, oh God, if I place these buildings in order, it just like doubles the power of this knight over and over again. So
Simply satisfying.
very satisfying. Yeah. In the same way that with Balatro, you're like, hang on. If I do this, and this Joker, it's just like bing, 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 bing. And
Well, yeah, that was all about. It was all playing your multipliers for all your addition ones and then your multipliers at the end. Was
exactly.
yeah.
So if you get the multipliers and the perks right in this game,
Yeah.
you can do a very similar satisfying, like out of nowhere, creating this unbeatable team of knights. And you go, oh, I win.
So 9 Kings on early
Nine
access.
Kings. Preview?
Underbaked.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's what they call it.
Yeah.
Try an underbaked game. It's tepid.
It's very addictive though, and there's nothing else quite like it. There's because the cards and the slightly medievally, Heroes of Might and Magic type aesthetic.
Yeah.
But the visually, it's very pixelated.
Has it got nice sounds?
Really good sounds.
Yeah.
Lots of funny when
Yeah,
people
I can
attack.
imagine.
Really like
It's
worm style
exactly
noises.
what I was imagining.
Yeah. And very pixely. So when characters get really big from magic spells and stuff, they still remain incredibly pixeled.
Nice, okay.
Which I like. It's like 8-bit looking.
Big
They're
fan
all
of pixel art.
naked.
Yeah. Yes.
Sarah, what have you been playing?
I've been playing a game that you lent me.
Yes.
Via Switch.
The sharing
Switch
service.
yeah.
This is something that they could have announced, I think, in conjunction with the Nintendo Switch 2 being announced. I don't know if it existed before then because I'd never used it, but you can share games with friends. You add them to like your family. So I think you're now
Yes.
my cousin, I think.
Oh.
I think we're cousins now.
How dare you?
Knowing my
I
attitude
know
to
what that means.
the
to you.
concept of a cousin.
Yeah, well, fuck you then.
But it means that we can, whatever games we own, respectively, we can lend to the other person for like 2 weeks.
Yes.
It's great.
So I've had it for a week. And I immediately started playing it on the way home from the last time we recorded.
Have we said what game it is?
Not yet. And it's not a game that I would have ever have chosen based on the description of side-scroller platform puzzle game.
Mm-hmm.
But it's fucking good. Oh, it's so good. It's called Inside.
Yes.
It's very sinister. It's a horror game. And you play this, you're just this little boy. There's no dialogue, there's no description, there's no sort of it's very vague storytelling. You play this little boy who I think is trying to escape somewhere.
So this is what I thought when I
Yeah.
played it. It had something of the
Prison-
escaping from a
prison
prison
break,
camp.
yeah.
Exactly. But it upends it because it becomes clear you're breaking into somewhere.
Are you?
I think.
Ooh.
But this was, it's such a simplistic looking game and it's a very small sort of indie title.
It's beautifully made.
It's beautifully
the
made,
graphics
but
are
it
gorgeous, yeah.
got nominated for Best Game at the Game Awards like 10 years ago.
Oh,
so
it's
it was in
good.
the same bracket as like Uncharted 4.
Yeah. And it's very sinister. So you sort of start off in the woods, and there's nothing that is sort of 3-dimensional about it. You can't go backwards and forwards. You can only go sideways, and you're just trying to navigate. There are people after you, so you're trying to navigate through the woods, and sometimes you'll like slide down, sometimes climb up, and occasionally, well, not occasionally, every so often you hit a puzzle where you have to try and progress, work out how to get through the next bit.
Which is usually like
It's
dragging a
very-
crate next to a fence
dragging
and
a
jumping over
crate,
that.
or there's these really sinister moments where you have to sort of plug your head into these, like, they look like lamps dropping down from the ceiling. You have to plug your head in, and then so you're then able to control these like almost stupefied, like mannequin-esque people who are like in the background, and they can manipulate things that
They're
help
like
you move.
robots.
No, they're people, but they're
Yeah.
like unconscious or
There
something.
are no words on the
Yeah.
screen at any point, no dialogue
Yeah.
or anything. It's not made clear what the situation you're in
I think that's quite good.
at all.
I
Like,
that.
like Little Nightmares. And it's that kind of 2.5D
Very
where
similar atmosphere,
you can
yeah.
only move from left to right, but there's stuff happening in the background, like cars pulling up, and those people can move forwards into your
Well, they can
screen.
release
like
a
when we went to Shenyun,
yeah.
and people leapt out the screen.
Oh,
It's Shenyun the game.
It's Shenyun the game.
Yeah.
Shenyun.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yes, which explains you have to get out of the Shenyun prison camp.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I said it's not made clear. There's a Falun Gong aspect. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
yeah. But it's brilliant, isn't it?
Boy, you can dance.
Yeah.
But and the people in the background, they might release a dog, and the dog will chase you, and you have to get to a certain bit to like outrun the dog or outsmart the dog. It is the way you die is very violent. You're usually mauled by a dog, or
And it's one hit kill.
yeah.
You don't have a health bar. If
Right.
you get caught,
you
you're
make
caught,
a mistake,
you're dead.
you're gone. But then it sets you back to quite a close checkpoint. So it is.
I like it.
And sometimes you have to make a mistake to realize what you're doing, what you need to do. So I've just done this very eerie bit where you're dropped into a line of sort of like unconscious people, and they're clearly being controlled by something, because they're all walking in step, and you have to walk in step with them. There's a spotlight on you, and if you make a wrong move or you step out of the spotlight, this sort of like coil thing shoots out and just sort of like electrocutes you, or something. You die, and then it drags you off. So you failed at that the first time, because I don't know what I'm doing. And then, you have to stay in step with them, and then you go into a box, and they're all jumping up and down. So you have to jump up and down at the same time as them. And then you have to step along. And then it hits a point where you have to stop doing that and just leg it. But there's no sort of indication that you have to leg it. So the first time I had to leg it, I was just stood there, and then somebody shined a torch on me, and then I was killed. So I was like, okay, all right, I guess I have to do something different now.
Yes, okay, I
But
see what you're saying.
It's not as... I'm not a huge fan of a game that's advertised as like puzzle game, where it would be like there's a code on the wall and you have to negotiate the tiles or something like that. Just I find that a bit tedious. Whereas this is engaging enough and interactive enough that it doesn't. It's not too challenging.
Yeah,
And
I think it's
don't
learning
like
by
to be
dying, which
challenged.
some people get frustrated by. The fact that you have to die first to work out what to do. Their previous game, Limbo, was like this. It was like you're just walking across and then you accidentally step on a twig and a boulder just crushes you. And the only way to know that, the only way to do it afterwards is you go, oh, I needed to leap over that twig, but how could I have known that? But yeah, the puzzles are just meant to sort of break up the momentum a bit, I think, in order to stop it from just being I held down right the whole time and then that was the end of the game.
Yeah.
I think it's just a sort of...
Well, at one point
Yes.
you're being chased by these horrible pigs.
Oh,
I don't remember the pigs bit.
Yeah, there's a bit where they're like really sort of nasty pigs, and if they catch you, they just sort of eat you alive. And you have to vault over the pig again and again, and it's to get. As if you just try and run, it will catch you.
I
So
see.
you have to like jump over it. It runs too far in one
Skids a
direction.
bit, and then,
you
yeah.
get a bit more momentum the other way, and then you have to jump the other way as it skids the other way. And but yeah, I got eaten by those pigs so many times. Just couldn't stop being eaten by pigs. Really nasty.
They say that about being chased by a crocodile, don't they? You have to run in a zigzag because they can outrun you in a straight line.
Yeah, they're really
Oh,
quick.
yeah.
There's some animal with
Yeah.
the advice. So you're having to zigzag the pigs.
So with wild hogs, you have to jump over their head,
yeah.
and it's like bullfighting.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's basically that.
Pig
Yeah,
leaping.
you have to be pretty fit to do it.
Yeah. Do you reckon you'll see it through to the end?
Yes, I think I will.
It's not very.
So
I'd
I'm
say it's
going on
about
a long
maybe
flight
3
tomorrow,
hours.
so I think I can finish it on the
Of
plane.
course.
Yeah.
That's
And
perfect.
I was immediately engaged by it. I this is such an ADHD comment to make, but I liked that it didn't try to tell me what was going on.
Yeah.
It wasn't like 7 years ago the country was invaded by the blah, 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 and since then you have been hiding in the forest. Fuck off. You're just in the game,
Yeah.
you know?
And the lack of instructions for the puzzles too, right? Where it's like, just let me do it. Let me
Yeah.
figure it
Yeah, there's no Aloy going, I guess we're going to have to move this block. Just let me look at it first.
But they are, you can work them out, whereas sometimes there are games like that where I do get annoyed, where it's like, when was I ever going to look there?
Yeah, it hasn't got the moon logic of like a point and click puzzle adventure.
Yeah.
But if you when you're back from the Netflix festival in LA, I want to know what you think of the ending. The ending is the bit everyone talks about.
Oh my god.
And I need to know your thoughts on
Is it a dream?
No.
The whole thing a dream?
It is the game.
Is it a dream?
It's dreamy. It's
Yeah.
great.
The boy
but
wakes
it's-
up in his bed.
Yeah, but it's excellent. It's an excellent game. I'm so glad you're playing it.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. Thank you very much.
No problem at all. I have been playing. There are 2 things I've been playing. One is PlayStation's first big exclusive of the year, Saros, which is Housemarque's follow-up kind of to Returnal, which was a roguelite, third-person roguelite that came out in 2021. And Saros is so far my game of the year. It is great. So it's a third-person roguelite in which it's basically the plot of Aliens. A resource has been found on a distant planet. They've sent it, and it's worth trillions of dollars. They've sent out colonies to mine for resources, and they've lost contact with those colonies. So you were part of a rescue mission who's sent out to try and see what's going on. And it's a shape-shifting planet. So every room you go into, every area you go into on this, what seems like a dusty planet where there's loads of sort of robotic alien creatures that you need to kill with your weapon, inevitably you die, you wake up, and you don't know why you've woken up again and somehow survived this. But the planet has now shapeshifted, and when you go out again, it's a completely different layout. So like with Hades or anything like that, you're just doing these various sort of runs, but it's just so frenetic, and the gunplay is brilliant. The weapon's really exciting. The upgrades are very, very generous. It's not as hard as Returnal. People found Returnal incredibly difficult and bounced off it.
What are you playing it on, please?
I'm playing on the PS5. You can only play it on PS5. It's the only thing it's on.
Oh, you did say that. You said PlayStation's big release.
So it's, but the haptics are absolutely incredible. You know, there's and the acting's really, really great. And also just visually, it's probably one of the PlayStation's best looking games. The guy you're playing as has got quite a sort of bushy beard and moustache. And if you rotate the camera when he's in his base, where there's lots of like sort of strip lights and searchlights sort of on the floor, depending on how you move the camera, this isn't even in cutscenes, this is just in general gameplay, the bits of his moustache that hang down over his lip, those will be illuminated. You can see the light going through the hairs.
Wow.
It's unbelievable.
That is crazy.
There
It's
is
crazy
some
amount of detail.
Graphic designer who will be so pleased that you've
Yeah,
noticed that.
I couldn't believe
Who will
it.
have spent half a year getting the light to shine through the mustache.
Adjusting the translucency of individual programmable fibers.
Yeah. There's some debate about how much of a roguelite this actually is. It's very, very generous in terms of every run you do and you die, you've got this big upgrade tree that you can sort of fully upgrade.
Yeah.
I did get stuck in the second area and the second boss, and I'd fully upgraded the tree to as much as I could. And I felt really scared because I was like, well, I'm not good enough at the game.
There's nowhere else to go.
There's nowhere else to go. I need to
This
get
guy
better
is
at the game.
handsome.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Sorry.
It's Rahul Kali, the actor. They've basically modelled it on his face.
I listen to our podcast like I listen to any other podcast whilst we're recording it, where I have to Google what you're
Yeah,
talking
no,
about.
absolutely.
I have to get a
I
visual.
assume that was going on as opposed to you checking your emails.
Yeah. Oh my God, this guy is gorgeous.
Yeah, so he's got clearly a lot going on in his past because he keeps hearing visions and whispers, which makes the planet all the more mysterious.
Okay.
But the way Housemarque's previous games, they excelled in making like bullet hell games, very arcadey games back in the day. Yeah, where it looked like their games looked like PS4 versions of Space Invaders, where you played like a little spaceship and loads of and you had to dodge your way through loads of bullets. They excel in bullet hell games. So this is bullet hell. All the aliens that you fight, all the enemies you fight, just send all these different sort of projectiles towards you, and so you're shooting them, but you're having to sort of jump, and you've got this sort of mid-air dash you can do, and you're trying to make your way through these grids of attacks. It's amazing. So and it's such a good realization of like what an alien attack would look like, because most attacks like most enemies in sci-fi usually based on like, well, guns that we have or attacks that we have.
Yes.
Whereas the enemies here, it would be like, a bunch of orange orbs just sort of blossom out of them and they sort of rain down slowly around you while projectiles are being fired at you. So you're trying to dodge these projectiles while also at the same time making sure you're not getting hit by what's coming down slowly. It's just so good.
Do you think
it is so good.
Alien who invented that is like just as notorious as like Oppenheimer?
The alien who invented
it.
Yeah.
Well, like, are these aliens? Do they have inbuilt weapon systems that are just part of who they are, like a plant or a flower?
I see it as like a skunk. It's like sending out, or like a flower, it's sending out pollen.
Okay,
is what it looks like.
Or is there like one maniac in a lab?
We've made a bullet.
Yeah.
Well, from their point of view,
I like to make killing machines.
Yeah, the orbs are like fighting with your fists.
Yeah,
and then the gun is the thing that they're like. And a gun? You mean it's not just orbs anymore?
I'm in the war industry.
Yeah. So that is Saros, and I think I'm about halfway through. I'm on the third biome, and it looks like there's 6. Another way it makes it slightly easier than most roguelites is once you've cleared one area, you never have to go there again. So once you've gone to one area and defeated the first, because like Hades, for instance, you do the first area, you face that same boss every time. You then do the second area, you face the same second boss every time, and so on. This is like, once you've done one area, you defeated that boss is like, you then don't have to go to that first area ever again. It means each run isn't as diverse as Returnal or Hades, because you're then just focused in one particular area. So that I was stuck on the second area for ages, which looked a bit like one of the cauldrons in Horizon. It was very sort of like alien base underground. And it was cool, but I was a bit sick of just being stuck in there and not getting to go outside. So that's Saros. That's the first one I've been playing.
Yeah.
Second one I've been playing, I've realised I don't want to talk about it
Oh, okay.
because I think you're going to make fun of me.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Is it another one with like a robot 4-year-old?
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Pragmata was so good, and I've received a lot of support online. I'm playing a game.
Which
Yeah, there's a
groups?
lot of those guys online, aren't there?
Nambler.
You fucker. I've been playing a game called Inconveni. You'll be able to tell why I think you're going to make fun of me when I give you the Steam description.
Okay.
It's a cozy narrative-driven
Yep.
video game where you play as
yeah.
Makoto Hayakawa, a college student working the night shift at a small-town Japanese convenience store.
Sure.
Yep.
Yep,
So
okay.
I'm playing a shop game again.
And it's in Japan.
It's in Japan.
These are all many things you like.
No, I haven't played many games set in Japan.
But you like the Yakuza I've Got a Job one with all the mascots or whatever it was.
Yeah, Promise Mascot Agency. Okay, fine. So this is Lake if Lake was set in a shop.
Ooh.
Visually, it looks like Lake.
So you have to drive around a convenience store and deliver mail.
You were just walking around a convenience store. You don't ever go outside. You're just in this convenience store, and the sort of store they have there isn't really kind of what we've got in the UK. I'd describe it as like a petrol station shop,
Yeah.
where there are 3 aisles, and you
Yeah.
can technically buy anything. You could do your big shop there technically,
Yeah,
but it's very small.
7-Elevens and that kind of thing's very big over there.
It's a bit larger than a 7-Eleven, but it's
But
got.
the culture of it, I mean, like the expectation of I should be able to do a fairly significant shop in a little corner.
And you're always working the overnight shift.
When I was in Melbourne, I went into a Woolworths Express.
Yeah.
Is that
Yes,
what-
I've got a big old Woolies, yeah.
yeah, but this was a small one.
Oh, I didn't go to the small Woolies.
Is that what you mean?
I guess so, yeah. Yeah.
We've got to get to the bottom of it.
Yeah. So, every cycle in this game
Yeah.
is you were just working in this convenience store, and the subtitle of this game is One Store, Many Stories. And customers come in, and I guess the idea is you hear their story.
Yeah.
This isn't what the developers presumably want my reaction to be. It is the funniest game I've played.
Okay.
I have been fucking dying.
Not on
laughing at it.
purpose.
Not on purpose.
Oh, no.
It's a nice game. It's a very sweet game. But it is very bizarre in that before...
And it's all humans.
It's all humans, yeah. It's all humans. It's set in the 90s. It's meant to be quite grounded. It looks very cartoony. The dimensions of certain people is quite Studio Ghibli. Like an old man will be genuinely like 3 feet tall
Yeah.
with a
Right.
huge bushy moustache. Sort of thing.
Okay.
It's that sort of thing. But it is all quite grounded. Before you open your store each time, you're meant to sort of stock up from the storeroom out back with various items that need to go on shelves. And you need to make sure they're all like facing the right way. And it's fucking boring, that bit. It's boring.
Even you find it a
Glad
bit
to hear
boring.
you say that.
Yeah,
yeah,
because
What a
also
relief.
I'm not that like I know Japanese cuisine, but I couldn't do it on hard mode.
No.
And lots of these objects, I'm like, I got like essentially a bit reprimanded because I put like a fish item on in a fridge, and they're like, "That's for the shelves, you idiot." And you're like, "What?"
Well, I'm not from here.
Exactly, it's a fucking fish, and some of the names I just don't understand. Like, it's quite tricky.
Just turn around in a game and go, I'm not from here.
I shouldn't be working here.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be working here.
You go to settings, you select Western mode, and just every item's replaced with a big cartoon burger.
They had quite a decent joke early doors in which the person who's day staff, who does the shift before you, they're so incompetent that the manager has given them an English name tag so that customers think they don't understand Japanese.
Oh, that's
and as a result,
funny.
they forgive them. But I want that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want that.
That's funny.
So once you think your store is ready, you then
Because
flip
if the game made you enter your own name.
yeah,
and gave
yeah,
your
yeah,
name to-
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to do this on hard mode. now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Glenn. Yeah, he's rubbish.
Yeah, we needed to be Hideo. Or yeah. So you flip the store sign over to open, and then what happens is a military inspection. A customer will walk in and walk so slowly through every aisle as if they are a German commandant and you are illegally harboring noodles. It is so strange. They inspect they'll be like, "Oh, I've just come in for some tofu," and then they will then glance at every single shelf and go, "Huh, these chocolates are the wrong way round." And you're like, "Okay." They're running low on milk, I see. And they're not even buying milk. And they go around every aisle and they need so much fucking help. "Can I have your help, please?" And you go over and talk to them. "I want something sweet but not too expensive." And they'll be stood in front of the aisle and you'll be like, "Okay, well, let's go for the cheapest." Can you not see fucking numbers?
You take it.
It's so strange. And then eventually they'll get to like the till, and then you have to scan everything with a barcode, and then you give them the correct amount of change.
So it's this game called Accurate Retail Simulator.
It's accurate retail simulator, but there's no like, it's not like Stardew Valley or discount. There's no penalising. There's no penalising of a like, you failed to make this amount of money. It's not grading you on anything. It's meant to just be like a vibes-based experience. So beginning of every shift when it's like, please stock up the shelves, I don't, because I'm like, well, nothing's going to happen.
Yeah.
I'm sick of stacking croissants every day when no one's bought a croissant yet.
So you're doing sort of like 90s nihilism simulator.
Yes. So
How cozy does it feel?
it's not as cozy as I was hoping because it's
being yelled
night,
at.
so you can't really see outside, and it's got like intense strip lights at the top, and it is very sterile, which makes it all the more bizarre that everyone makes a fucking day of going to the store. There's a guy who will buy noodles and he'll go, you know what? I think I'll eat them right here. And there's a little table that people can sit at, and he'll just eat his noodles and just spend the whole day at the supermarket. And he comes in every day, but like at 4 a.m. It's like it's scary.
But it's stoners.
But
Right?
it's
Until the bit where they tell you off. Where it's like a guy came into an all-night supermarket and just looked at every item really carefully. You go, he's high.
It's lonely people whose families got sick of them. That's what it is.
It's lonely pensioners,
Yes.
stoners, and serial killers.
It's
the weird.
grandma doesn't get invited to Christmas anymore
Yeah, she's come to tell you off.
because she walks in and goes, "Your toilet rolls the wrong way round."
Well, speaking of toilets, this is where it gets really fucking weird. Oh no! If you, it's a very slow game. When a customer leaves, there can be like 3 minutes until the next customer arrives.
Wow.
So to speed up
3
the time,
human minutes, 3 hour minutes.
Yes, yeah. I'm like walking around the store being like, yeah, as opposed to Japanese minutes. I'm walking around the store being like, I don't know what to do.
I'm at 3 game minutes.
So you can go to the toilet. No, there's no clock. So the game just happens. And there's a toilet next to your checkout. And if you go there, it says you can pass the time. And so they'll go, right, I think, and so your character will go, right, I think I'll just take I'll take a rest break until the next customer comes in. So your character shits for the length of time it takes. The way they discuss toilets in this game is fucking revolting for what is a cozy game. I've sent you a screenshot, okay? I've sent you a screenshot in the group, and just read it, because when you go to the toilet, you can either choose to go to the bathroom and pass time, or you can choose to examine the toilet door.
No.
And this is what it says when you examine the toilet door. And there's something so grotesque about this wording.
No.
Makoto. Aha. So this is someone standing in front of the toilet door.
That's you.
That's you.
the character.
Makoto. Aha. A sacred place where it's 2 hours, where our guests can free up some space for a second food serving.
Ugh.
Oh,
Isn't that
yuck.
awful?
What an industrial attitude
That's
to
a real.
turds.
That's a nasty business. though.
Everyone uses the toilet here.
Sacred
It reminds
place.
me of my discounty supermarket where everyone kept buying loo roll.
You keep buying National Shitting Simulator,
There was
like shit
There's a-
epidemics shop simulator games.
There was a journalist who came in, right? Okay, and I started talking to her,
Doing an expose on fish being in the wrong area.
and she went, and she said, "Can you book me a cab home?" So I booked her a cab home, and I said it will be here in a few minutes. And she went, "Great, I'll use your bathroom, Ben. Just let me know when the cab's here." And she was just in the bathroom
I'm going to shit until the cab's
until the
here.
cab's here. Everyone shits to like a time specification.
But
it's so weird.
So the shit is like Mr. Whippy ice cream. It's always there, and it can always be distributed out their ass.
Yeah.
yes,
So they're just like, I'll just get rid of as much of this as I can. until I have to leave.
Yes.
Oi, 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 oi. Just
You can hear that noise. Yes.
it's just filling the bowl.
Yeah, as it
Just-
curls round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect peak.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a tub of like Smarties that
Oh,
are next to it.
good
That you can,
God.
it's a sweet game, but it's fucking strange.
That is
Also,
odd.
how long has Makoto worked at the convenience store?
Not very long. She's
Okay.
it's like Lake. You go, this is just a temporary job that you've kind of taken on to help your aunt.
It's the aha that's the thing that's striking me
Aha.
most. Did she not know the bathroom was there?
So day one that made sense. We're now on day 3. She's
Every
so
time.
surprised by the toilet.
Okay.
Toilets here.
Yes.
So she's doing 51st
There are
dates at the
cathedrals
convenience
everywhere
store.
for Isaac. Yes, exactly.
The
that.
toilet is Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
But so Makoto herself, your character,
Yeah.
is also Mr. Whippying to pass the time.
in between customers, yeah.
Right. So this is just how bumholes work.
She
in
is
this.
thin as a rake.
She's thin as a rape because she's offloading
Yeah.
pints of clay.
That's why.
It's,
It's why people need to keep coming in and eating at 4 a.m. They're
Yeah.
starving.
But that's it. Whenever someone comes in and eats their noodles there, I'm like, don't, because you're going to have to fucking use that's mine.
But also don't eat here generally because everyone who comes in here does a shit.
It's so strange.
It must stink.
It's so strange.
So you said it's by the till. So
It's
as
next
people
to
are
the
checking
till.
out, there's just this fog from the 11 customers that have.
There's a nice detail in that. There's one of those sign-in sheets to prove that you've cleaned the bathroom.
Yes, yeah.
But if you zoom in, it's just somebody screaming.
The other thing that really makes me laugh is watch the video I've sent, because we're going to put this. If you're watching on YouTube, have a watch to this. If you're listening, we'll just skip straight ahead. But there's something very uncanny about the way she smiles at customers and how alarmed they look when they look at her. So watch it. It's just a 30-second video that I've taken.
So this is her smiling and how they look at her.
Yeah. So this is me counting up the change.
Oh, I see. It's kind of like VR kind of hovering things that you pick up.
That's when you go to the checkout. For the rest of it, it's a third-person game.
Okay.
It's got a very, it reminds me of sort of early 2000s games. Oh, yeah, no, that's a weird smile.
She's still counting up the money on mine. It's very Pixar smile. Oh, yeah.
It's got her eyes,
Right?
It's got her eyes completely
And
closed.
she does that for every customer. And I'm surprised they still come in.
So she does a full-on, that meme of someone going, it's
Daenerys. It's smug Daenerys.
It's the smile you do when you've finally emptied your bladder.
Which, well, great. That makes sense.
But the
It's
customers sort of
eyes
shift.
closed relief.
Yeah. And the customer's just awkwardly shifting from one foot to the other.
Yeah, can I go now?
Face unchanging.
Yeah.
Can I just shit till it's time for me to
She
go?
looks like a mask. So there you have it. Inconvenient one store, many stories. I don't know how I feel about it. Before the end of the episode, we're going to reveal the results of the poll on our Discord from you, the listeners, over who, a couple of weeks ago, had pitched the best fictional game. Sarah had The Sims Nightmares, Pierre, Rule of St. Benedict, and me, Art Centre Bartender. We will reveal the results of those polls because people are still voting as we're recording this episode. But our main topic of today is weapons.
Yeah. The movie.
Button Boys.
Do you have a favourite weapon in game? One that you go, this was always my go-to. Whenever this came up in a game, I was so excited to use it.
Well, this feels like it needs to be sort of stripped into categories, right?
Absolutely.
Because we have realistic weapons, which I think, for instance, your war games.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes.
So what would be your sort of preferential weapons that actually exist in life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's
The stuff from Worms.
the stuff from Worms.
Yeah.
And then there's even more fantastical weapons.
Yeah, we've had some suggestions on the Discord where I was like, oh, I guess that is a weapon based on what you're doing in the game.
Yes.
So let's talk of any of those three categories. What's your favourite of all time, do you think?
I love a big spear or longsword that can hack and slash at multiple people in one go.
Oh,
And if it's lifting somebody up in the air as well,
yeah.
I don't have a problem with that.
Nice.
Big sweep,
Yeah.
semicircle of a hit.
That's nice.
I had this with Yakuza, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, the one that was set half in Japan, half in Hawaii. Because in Hawaii, if you went for because like in RPGs where you choose classes like mage and cleric and warrior, this had very different classes of waitress and surfer. If you had surfer, the fucking surfboard that you had in your hands that you'd whack round in a circle and just take people out was so satisfying.
Nice.
It's good.
So you almost like an AoE, big area of effect sort of thing.
Yeah. Especially if you're surrounded by a lot of enemies and you can just take them all out in one, or knock them all away from you in one go.
Yeah,
It's
that's
satisfying.
nice.
My most similar one to that, I'd say, is Kratos' Chains of Olympus that he had in the first three God of War games, where they're just these chains that appear to be elasticated, but had blades on the end.
Yeah.
And you just spin those round in a circle all around you. Someone from the back is getting hit, someone in front of you is getting hit. The moment you then get those in the newer God of War games is great. And the Leviathan axe is the main weapon in the newer God of Wars, which is obviously just a very fun thumping axe. But when you throw it to hit a target, you press a button and it goes like Thor's hammer back into your hand.
Right.
That's good stuff.
That's nice.
What's your favourite all time, Pierre?
The M1A1 Garand rifle.
A very real one.
A very real one.
I fired one recently.
I'm so upset about that. Not that you got to, but that I didn't.
It's not out yet, but it will be on Al Murray's We Have Ways of Making You Talk YouTube channel. But him and I spent a day firing World War II weapons because Pierre couldn't make it. I know, I felt so bad.
Oh, God.
I-
What were you doing that could be more important?
Firing World War I weapons.
A real,
Yeah, he just goes further and further back.
Sophie's choice of the day.
I'm so, oh man, what was it like to fire one?
I'll tell you when you're older.
Oh no.
Is there a game in particular where you're like, that was the best iteration of the Garand?
I mean, look, Hell Let Loose, because in Hell Let Loose, there's not like a kind of ridiculous, like, oh, I'm healing,
Yeah.
ammo thing.
Yeah.
Then the reason that the Garand is just so amazing in the multiplayer for that is that it's as powerful as a one-shot kill rifle from if you hit center mass.
Sure.
And it's a semi-automatic 8 rounds.
Yeah.
So if you post up in a corner of a field and the enemy is like running across the field and they don't know you're there, even just as a basic rifleman, like not a class that anyone really wants to be, like people in Hell Let Loose multiplayer, it's all multiplayer. People are like, I want to be the sniper, so I'm going to like quickly join the sniper team as quickly as possible because there can only be 1 or 2.
Right.
But rifleman, it's like, yeah, Philly boots, who cares? So the idea of having the most generic class and just being able to fucking wipe people out.
I hadn't
so
really considered this
great.
about Hell Let Loose. Is that obviously like Warzone in its earliest iteration in lockdown was a more realistic version of something like Fortnite or Apex Legends.
Yes, yeah.
But it still took a fair few shots to break someone's armor and then to
Loads,
kill them.
yeah.
But in Hell Let Loose, is it a case of hit someone in the gut?
They're just gone. Yeah.
It is like a one-shot kill game.
It depends what you're using, but if you use a Garand or a bolt-action rifle from the British or German forces, it's almost entirely one shot. If it's in the leg or the arm or something, they might just be severely wounded.
Right.
But if they don't then bandage themselves quite quickly, they'll just bleed out.
Yeah,
So
interesting.
functionally, compared to everything else, one shot. So you are just going, gone.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's amazing. And like all the way from like Medal of Honor all the way through till now with Hell Let Loose, the Garand has always been there because it was the standard infantryman's rifle in Europe.
So
and eventually Pacific.
Across games, so it's like a universal plug.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
It was like a Thompson submachine gun. It's like an iconic weapon.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's so satisfying. Yeah, it's just great. And then it has a very distinctive ping sound when the magazine clip shoots out.
Nice.
And someone sent a
Ooh,
video.
we've
I know
heard
that-
about
I know that from
we've
real
heard about
life.
your pings before.
The pings. So I think I played a bit of the video of someone compiled the M1 Garand ping from every game that has one in as a kind of ping montage.
And you listen to that when you go to sleep.
Yeah, and when I wake up.
This is a lot.
Yes.
Yeah,
Fuck.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Oh,
Yeah.
Pierre's pinging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine are more
No, he's not
unrealistic.
done any drugs. He's listening to a compilation video.
When I say pingers, I mean M1, A1 Garands. I don't mean Eckies.
We got to get some pingers tonight.
Mine are a lot more unrealistic. One of
Yeah.
them is one that came up on our favourite sounds in games, the Lasergewehr from Wolfenstein.
Yes.
Where it feels like a minigun, but it shoots out a horrible sounding laser. And the sound is one of like, "Bro." It's really unpleasant.
Yeah, it's a very, this will get you.
How do you feel about in a game like Horizon, or you get them in Uncharted? Like you will have weapons that you're carrying around with you, and then you'll have like big two-handed weapons that you can hold for a short period of time.
I've written this down as a gripe, a relevant gripe. I hate any sort of minigun that makes you walk slowly in a game.
yeah.
I'm like, I'll leave it then. There's no point. If it's going to take me ages to get to the next, you only ever get to pick them up once you've cleared an area of enemies usually. By that
Yeah.
point you go, I'm
One
not
of them
taking this
drop
with
them,
me.
and then you have to slowly sort of haul it around and put. It's only fun if it's positioned perfectly so that you have a wall of enemies running at you.
Yeah.
And you can just wipe them all out. For
Ju-
the most
ju-
part, actually being able to run and hide is better.
Yeah.
Juggernaut minigun and Juggernaut suit in Warzone when they were dropping those.
But at
that was
least you
very
were like
satisfying.
invincible almost. when
Pretty
you
much
had it.
invincible, yeah.
Whereas whenever I think of like slow moving miniguns, I think about one of the producers at Mott the Week told me a story years ago that when he was on like his gap year, on like his first day in France, he bought from a market an enormous marble ashtray. that was incredibly heavy. And he had it in his rucksack and he carried it with him for about 6 months. And he said it ruined the gap year. And then when he got back, he couldn't take it through customs.
That is what it is.
That's what it
You
is.
can't
It's so whenever I pick up a minigun, I always think about that ashtray.
It's like a training weight.
Yeah. My favourite of the last couple of years is Doom. The most recent Doom had one called the Skull Crusher, which basically looked like, you know those videos where people put just like a football into an industrial shredder.
Yeah.
And it's got those sort of grinding circular teeth next to each other.
Yeah.
You put anything in and eventually it will go in. So the gun had one of those in the middle and the ammo was just a series of skulls. And the skulls get ground down into that and it just fires out skull fragments.
Like a wood chipper.
Like a wood chipper. It looked so cool.
God.
It was so Doom.
Wow.
It was like the most metal thing they could have
I
done.
like that.
A very niche one I really enjoyed a few years ago was a game I played that's on PC and isn't on consoles, and I don't know why. It's called Children of the Sun, and it was a sniper game where you had one bullet. Each level you only had one bullet, but every time you hit a target, as soon as the bullet entered someone's body, you could then change the direction of the bullet. You were then in first person as the bullet. So it was a puzzle game where you're trying to work out who to shoot first and in what order you can kill because everyone would be like in a farm, like a barn or a house.
Yeah.
And then a bunch of people are outside. So sometimes you'd shoot someone in a bedroom and be like, oh, there's no way out. So you go, okay, I'll reset the mission. And you eventually take out 20 people with one bullet. That's the whole level. It was a great game. But that as a weapon is a brilliant idea.
In terms of whimsical weapons,
Yes.
Yeah.
holy hand grenade in Worms.
Yeah, a lot of
There's
people
some
had to come
love
up.
for the Sheepinator on the Discord from Ratchet and Clank 2 specifically. You
Yeah.
can turn enemies into a sheep.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a sucker for stuff like that.
A lot of people saying the cerebral boar from Turok. I'm the cerebral boar.
Yes. That's my fucking Niles Crane.
Toss salad and scrambled eggs. They're calling again.
That's not the only thing around here that's a cerebral ball.
Oh, Niles. Haven't you played Turok enough?
Sounds like an innuendo.
It's a speed run, Fraser.
Yes. There's a cerebral bore in my pants and everybody's invited.
Lima Vision on the Discord said any shotgun, which I understand and respect.
Yes. Yeah.
Very satisfying.
I'm not a shotgun person.
What?
Because of the close quarters element of it. It's an option in Saros, and even though that shotgun has unlimited distance, it's like a machine gun. I just still don't.
There's
I'm
that
stung.
can't miss feeling about it that's a bit cheap.
I think
Maybe, yeah.
what I like is the idea of a weapon where, as long as you're clever enough to be near the enemy, it's just like what me and my old flatmate used to call an off gun. It's the gun that switches the enemy completely off. Off. Just like no struggle, just like off, which is what the shotguns were like in Call of Duty multiplayer for a long time.
Feels
At a
it's
distance, useless. You're dead.
But indoors,
Indoors, or you're hiding in a corner, or you just manage to kind of like, goblin mode your way close enough to them. Then it's just like off, click, 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 click. It's
yeah,
so
as
satisfying.
easy as pushing over a toddler.
Yeah.
when have you done? Sorry.
I used to work in childcare.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, you used to. My Call of Duty one, I don't know if this counts as a weapon. AC-130, because that's a vehicle. But from Modern Warfare 2,
So
just
good.
that shrieking sound of it hitting the battlefield.
Well, it's a mixture, isn't it? Because you've got AC-130, you've got a howitzer that they've just like built into the plane pointing down, which is fucking mad. They've got some kind of howitzer, miniguns, and a sort of like shell burst,
Yeah.
like a boom, 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 shell bursty thing.
Are you
autocannon.
grenade people?
Early sort of multiplayer games, the grenades are very satisfying because you can do real kind of snooker shots with them, because the grenade like just sort of flies out of your chest at great speed, and you can really bounce them around and stuff. But it is satisfying when you get one right.
I rarely used projectiles in Dark Souls, for instance.
Yeah.
No, I never did. Yeah.
I just started using a bow, and famously, you used a bow.
Oh, well, a lot of people saying bows and arrows on the Discord as well. I would say my favorite bow and arrow, the Australian sniper in Team Fortress 2 could unlock a bow.
Oh.
And I only played that class with a bow for
Was it
long
basically
time.
just like a gun?
no. It moved in an arc and quite slowly. And I got so good at just timing headshots,
Yeah.
just shooting at a bit of wall, thinking, I think he's going to dodge left.
With
And it was just
the silence of a bow is perfect.
Horizon's got my favourite
yeah.
bow.
watching it smack into the head of someone who didn't think that the arrow was going there.
Yeah.
So satisfying. Just twang, bah!
A lot of the Horizon suggestions we got on the Discord were for I'd never know if it's tear or tear,
Oh yeah.
but that specific ammo where all the enemies you fight in Horizon are obviously like robot dinosaurs and big dogs and stuff like that.
Sure.
And it makes sense in the context of the story. But they've all got various bits of armor, and you had something called tear ammunition, which if you fired a bow at an enemy, it would then sort of explode and knock off bits of their armor. And a lot of these enemies had big like liquid nitrogen canisters on their back or flame canisters. And if you hit those and they explode, it will then coat the enemy in a sort of frost and slow them down. But that was always like the sound was great. And
I think I read it as tear.
it's got to be tear.
Yeah.
But then tear, but I thought tearing off. But the satisfaction of having that visual representation of I can see what damage I've done. I can see it being taken off that. One of the this is in terms of more cerebral, is this a weapon? The enemy on the Discord said the yellow nozzle in Power Wash Simulator. Perfect balance of spread versus intensity for maximum efficiency. I think Power Washer is a weapon.
Yes.
You are defeating a van. You're defeating a van's
Defeating
dirty.
the grime, yeah.
Defeating grime.
Yeah.
Cygnus and Blessup were the people who said they love bows, just to be clear. The Barney, also TF2 reference, the Ullapool Caber, which is a sort of kind of wooden club.
a log?
Yeah, a log, but sometimes it would explode. That's what I'm thinking of. That was also very satisfying.
My most is this grounded? Tommy guns in Time Splitters 2, but you could dual wield them like you're in the mask.
Oh, yeah.
Insane.
That was great in the 1930 Chicago level.
That's insane.
The bowler guns in Death Stranding, it's a non-lethal weapon that you fire basically two balls on a string and they hit an enemy, wrap around them, and they then get tied up.
Nice.
It's like an instant handcuffing.
That's great.
That was really great.
I didn't get too far in this game, but using the Force in what's the Jedi one?
There's Fallen Order is the first one, I think.
No, the most recent, I think.
Survivor.
Using the Force to pull people towards you or blast them back
That's cool.
is very satisfying. Any kind of any weapon mechanic that pulls somebody towards you, it feels very satisfying.
That's nice. I'm playing a shit Star Wars game at the moment.
Are you?
It's called Jedi Power Battle. It came out in like the 90s. And I had it on PS1.
Is it worse than build a droid and put it in a car park like when I was playing?
Yeah.
I'm playing it on the PlayStation, and they've like jazzed up the graphics. But what I mean is they've sharpened PS1 graphics, so it looks horrible. But it's just like an arcadey sort of game where you just make your way through various droids, and you can play as Qui-Gon Jinn or Obi-Wan Kenobi or Mace Windu. Doesn't matter. They all look identical. And every time you pick up a power-up, whether it's health or more force or an item, it has a little sound effect of Yoda going, and you're picking up power-ups every 5 seconds.
So it sounds like you're teasing a horse.
Someone's teasing a horse for like half an hour at a time. I can't fucking bear that. I'm playing it on mute.
What do you mean teasing a horse?
Like you're tickling it.
Oh, I just meant like calling it little names and things
Oh,
like that.
as long as they were flirty
Yeah.
enough to make
Yeah,
it giggle.
or not like
Yeah.
being like a prick tease to a horse.
No, yeah, oh, that's
Least favourite
Sounds like
weapon.
you're flirting with a horse.
One of my least favourite weapons, and this is controversial, Cloud Strife's enormous sword from Final Fantasy VII, because it is like taller than him. It's like he's learning
Wider,
cello.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like, it's massive.
I don't like it.
but it hasn't got. It's like it may as well be made of foam. It doesn't have the fucking impact that it should. It should be cleaving soldiers in two, and instead it like knocks them back. And I'm like, it doesn't.
It makes no sense.
The issue with Final Fantasy VII is it's not as violent as I want it to be. I want it to be like unpleasant to look at.
Any sword that is on fire.
Oh yes.
Oh,
Any weapon that's a normal weapon with a paranormal effect added to it.
yes. So like, or like when you could apply lightning to a sword in Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Elden Ring: Shadow of the Erdtree, the DLC that came out a couple of years ago. There was a boss you fought where its second phase halfway through it had these two swords, and just one lit up in fire and the other one lit up in blue, and you just go, "I've pissed them off." Okay, all right, I'm sorry.
The identifiers of one is fire, the other is blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those old enemies.
It's, across all things, we have no idea what blue is. Blue flavor, blue power.
The classic
We
ones that
just
have
know
come
blue
up.
is bad.
Yeah.
Ed said the Lancer from Gears of War for embodying the game's sheer ridiculous stupidity. They can offer me all the guns in the world. I'm never not going to pick a gun with a chainsaw attached to it.
Yeah.
That's a classic one.
Yeah.
Mel said classic Lara Croft, the dual guns, unlimited ammo.
Yeah.
Just firing those the whole time.
Yeah.
Can't be mad at a grenade launcher or a bazooka or anything like that.
Yes.
But it's
Yeah.
a treat.
It's a treat.
And
You
I
don't
love
want it all the time.
It's a sometimes gun, not an
Yes.
always gun.
It's like an after 8.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
The thump sound of a grenade launcher is always a real treat. I prefer a grenade launcher.
Yeah.
The grenade has to explode on impact.
Yeah.
I'm afraid. Can't be dealing with some bouncing. Jay Forrest asked, does the brown Cooper shell in Mario Kart count? I think so. That's definitely
That's
a
a
weapon.
weapon.
Won
Yeah.
so many matches against my brother by holding onto it until the final lap and taking him out. Absolutely.
Yeah.
The final thing we're going to do on this episode, it is time for the big reveal of who won our game we played a couple of weeks ago, where we pitched our individual games of what we thought would be something that should just exist. And mine was Art Centre Bartender, a sort of Dave the Diver, Stardew Valley mashup in which you work behind the bar at an art centre, programming the various events and dealing with the wretched British public. Pierre, you had Rule of St. Benedict.
Yes, a kind of modified Crusader Kings Paradox games type thing, where it is the same kind of format as a Crusader Kings game, say, but you are trying to establish and run and do better and better in the Western Church or the Catholic Church,
Yes.
depending on the era.
Sarah, you had the Sims Nightmares expansion.
Sims Nightmares starts off as normal Sims, descends into zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
Who have you befriended? Will they betray you? Let's find out.
Well, you voted and you decided. We have the results of the poll. And there aren't many percentage points in this. This was pretty much split, like almost 33% sort of each way.
Oh,
I'm not ashamed to say I'm in last place.
My heart is beating so fast.
I was so pleased with Art Centre Bartender, and I do like it as a concept. But when I heard yours, I was like, I think I'd rather play both of your games. I got 30% of the vote. Pierre, Rule of St. Benedict, got 33% of the vote. For Sims Nightmares, 37% of the vote. Sarah Keyworth, congratulations. Well deserved. A great premise.
Fuck you! Fuck you, Ben! Fuck you, Ben from home!
But thank you so much for voting and thank you for taking part.
Yes.
We've got to do this again next year. But yeah, thank you very much for being involved in
How
this.
can it be topped?
Sims Dreams.
Sims Dreams. Sims Wet Dreams.
So someone just asleep, but then it gets pixelated, and then
Yeah.
they wake up
They-
and go, Gabada.
Oh, my God, oh, my dear.
Oh, yeah. And then they get a bit embarrassed next time they see the person it was. with.
Ooh. Yeah. You see it come up in their speech bubble and you go, don't tell.
Yeah. That's all we've got time for on the main episode. We're running long, and thank you so much for listening. If you do enjoy the podcast, then obviously please do subscribe on YouTube. Give us a like on Spotify or Apple. Give us a review because we cherish and enjoy them very, very much. Also, you might want to support the podcast further. You can sign up to the free tier of our Patreon. You get access to the Discord. So when we put out a punt like, what are your favourite weapons in games? You can get your suggestions read out on the podcast. If you sign up to the middle tier of the Patreon, you get an entire full episode every single week, plus all our episodes ad-free and access to our entire back catalogue from the last year of all the Button Boys extras. And if you sign up to the top tier, then you get access to an extra episode every month with a special celebrity guest in which we interview them about their gaming likes and dislikes. We are actually going to carry on talking about weapons a bit more in our Patreon episode of Hidden Cash, if you want to head over to that now. We'll also be giving our gaming gripes, heading to China for some Hitman World of Assassination fun, and I will be recommending a game that I played over the weekend that touched me to my very, very core. But in the meantime, is there anything you guys would like to plug?
Come see me on tour.
I might be about to do a show in New York when you're listening to this. So if you're
This
in New
is
York,
Thursday after next.
nah, I'm home. Never mind.
All right.
Come see me at home.
Yeah. Go see Keys at home.
Come round.
See me on tour.
We will also be announcing details very soon, if you are on the Patreon, for how to see us as a trio doing Button Boys Live.
Ooh.
But in the meantime, we'll see you next week. Thank you so much for watching or listening. Goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody.
Button Boys.